A day or so ago, I took you through one of the best ways I've found to grind on Gran Turismo 7, which is this race, the um, World Touring Car 800 at Spa-Francorchamps, which takes 1 hour to do. It's a timed race, 1 hour, 60 minutes. And you get 1,000,000 credits for doing it. But if you do a clean race, which is reasonably easy, you will get 50% more, so 1.5 million credits. The way I do it, and you can watch it in the whole video, is I just take the Super GT Nismo GT500 2016. It needs a tiny bit of detuning, but literally some ballast, I think, and that might be it. If maybe the power restrictor, I think. But yeah, to take it down to 800 pp, and then Bob's your uncle. There's a bit of rain at the end, in the middle of the race. Usually as night falls, because it's a 24-hour race scaled down to 60 minutes. But navigating the weather is pretty easy. I start on racing hard tyres. I stop around lap 6, and then depending on what the weather happens, I either pit for wet tyres or just do a stint on mediums until the rain falls, and then you let the rain dictate your tyre strategy for the rest of the race. Fuel, you usually have to refuel twice, but yeah, I keep the car topped up with fuel whenever I pit for tyres. Usually I win by at least 1.5 minutes, if not by a full lap. You're completely against Group 3 cars. So that's this one, and the other way I grind for credits is at Le Mans, on this race here, which is the World Touring Car 700, where you'll get 550,000 credits for half an hour's work. But again, if you do a clean race, you will get about 875,000, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I thought we'll give this a go. So for this race, I always use my trusty steed, which is the Alfa 155 touring car, the 1993 V6 2.5 litre. I start on hard tyres. You will need wet weather tyres for this, but I just thought I'd launch into it. Now, unlike the 1 million credit race, you do have to start on a non-standard fuel map, so we'll just quickly go into it. But as we get ready for the race, I'm going to flick over to the fuel map and set it to number 4 and get the weather map ready, and off we go. But again, getting a clean race on this race is very easy. I think I've kind of realised the only way that you're not going to get a clean race on an endurance race is if you're driving really disgustingly, and I'm talking really filthily, or you get done by yellow flags. So you're caught and penalised for overtaking under yellow flags, or you cross the white lines when you pit in or pit out. I think those are the only two ways you can get how you don't get the clean race. And to be honest, I love this one. I think even though the 1 hour gives you more money, it obviously will do. I mean, I just think, like, you got half an hour spare in your day, you know, it's basically 900k. See, even morsing up things like that is not going to give you an unclean race. You get a penalty, but trust me, I'm still going to take home my 900k. You can push people around, it's fine. I've done far worse on this race, and I'm still a clean driver. So you're always going to get one of those drivers in the top three winning. So it's either going to be McEwen, Bladzan, or Portilla. Some of these guys. You shall not pass. Yeah, look at that, I Gandalfed them. The Spa race is a bit consistent in terms of where I always finish. As I mentioned, I'm usually at least a minute and a half behind, in front of second place. This race is a bit more up and down. Like, I mean, there's been times where, like, honestly, I've struggled to win. You're just at the mercy of the weather a lot, and sometimes I've just honestly made a bad tyre call. And sometimes, yeah, just with the natural swing of the tyres and everything else, I've been only a few seconds ahead. Most of the time, though, I'm usually a minute ahead. Always this guy. Damage is good fun on this game. Honestly, with things like this, you're not going to be in much trouble. I mean, like, I've had spins, all sorts, and it's always been fine. But it's got to watch with GT7's rather interesting AI. Gandalfed him again. I usually make it my point to punish drivers who knock me around. With the rain, you've got to be a little bit careful, because it's not always like you see the rain on the radar and it's going to be a downpour. And when some of the times I have been caught out on this race is when, like, I've seen rain appear, gone and pitted, and then you come out and suddenly the rain is randomly moving in a different direction, or it's nowhere near as heavy as you thought it was going to be. It will probably fall for the first time next lap. Actually, you can see some appear on the radar right now if you look on the right hand side. It's quite faint, but it's there. So I won't lie to you, usually by now I'm about 10 seconds behind the leaders, but today obviously because I'm streaming it, it's all going wrong. But yeah, I mean, I'm not worried. But then this is where you want to start having a look at the rain and trying to work out whether it will indeed be hard enough to hit or not. Penalty. What's that for? Now, this actually does look quite heavy, and I think even if it stops, even if the cloud stops coming on the screen now, it probably does warrant a pit stop right now. So this is actually one of the earliest I've seen it. Having said that, you can see a bit of break off in the cloud. I think I will pit. Yeah, 100%. 100%. That's a clear indication of rain as you're going to get. And as you can see, after about 2 laps, we're halfway through out of fuel. So you definitely want to put more fuel in. I mean, you could leave it, but I mean, there's not much point. The rain looks like it's going to be here for a while. Very long pit stop, as you can see. That's why pitting when you don't have to can be really damaging in this race. But although I'm now second to last and about to go last, you will see just how quickly I'm going to catch people being on wet tyres. But then to that point, that's when you've got to be really careful about overtaking cars under the yellow flag, because that will cost you the extra 350k. So remember, the solid white line, don't cross it. There we go, off we go. See, this is what I mean about the rain blowing away. Like, it hasn't gone to the extreme rain that you saw in the original weather radar. It pulled away to lighter rain. So the tyres are there. The tyres are right. It's just, yeah, as you can see, it's not the wettest track that you're ever going to see in your life, but the performance advantage I've got is still going to be very apparent. making back under a minute now. A minute from the leader, I should say. So already I'm making up time again. I would like to be a little bit closer to the front, but as I said, I'm still not worried. Okay, so you've got the leaders coming in now. Yeah, see, they need to pit, see? Okay, so we've definitely made up time on the leaders. But now the track's going to dry out again, so now I'm second. The leader, yeah, he usually struggles a little bit when they come out of their pit, so I think he's on the wrong tyre. So what we need now is a reasonably clean lap, because I've only got like another lap, 2 laps maximum of wet weather driving here, where my tyre advantage will be greater. Like, I'm pretty sure they're on the wrong tyres. I don't know what they're on, whether they're on dries or intermediates, but like at the moment I've got a clear pace advantage, which is usually the case by now in the race. So I've really got to make the most of it. I'd love to be 20 seconds ahead at the end of this lap. Bit of rain coming on now. Like, every little bit of rain is going to help now. Seconds ahead now. Okay, so 17 seconds ahead. Still quite wet, so I can get another lap in. Yeah, they crossed the line and they're 19 seconds behind me. Definitely drier. Hello. Welcome home.
Longest trip back. Everywhere possible.
How was your day?
Yeah, lovely. Exhausting. It's really nice.
Awesome.
Yeah. It's really exhausting with two kids. Like, they're much less chaotic than a kid
Yeah.
on stars, but it's wow.
So what happened? So were they not supposed to be there today, but they were in the end? What
Yeah,
happened?
so at the end it was only supposed to be Julius, that's why I was like, oh, that's quite chill, it's just one day, that's not too bad. But then, so none of them wanted to go to that birthday party to bring Greta there.
Okay.
So nobody of them wanted to spend an afternoon being at the child's birthday party, so one was like, fuck this.
Amazing.
So Peter, her partner, was supposed to pick up and he's like, I don't want to.
Was Emma okay with that?
Huh?
Was Emma okay with that?
Huh?
Was Emma okay with that?
Yeah, sure. So we all went together at 7.
Okay.
So we all went to lunch, fish and chips, and then we went to Quiet Sea. And then Peter took the 2 kids because they needed a nap.
Okay.
They were uncomfortable, tired, that's the
Yeah.
So he took the kids to get their afternoon, so to speak, and then he came back with the kids. And then we had a few drinks by the sea, and then went back, and then you could go get dinner and stuff. And I took my opportunity to go home.
Amazing.
Yeah. It was so nice to see her again. Oh my god. I haven't seen her for 50 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Emma.
Yeah, Emma.
How many years?
15.
No way. Like, Emma Bramble.
No, Emma, how much to my cousin?
Oh, okay,
Not
alright.
my cousin by blood.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. So I was thinking not Brighton Emma, okay.
No, Rambo,
Yeah.
she's
I should have pitted earlier.
oh my god, what a difference. So like, I was like continuously, not, in the beginning it was really tense because it's really tough with two kids, and when you have two parents it's always like, who takes what kid? And
Yeah.
I'm so traumatized by kid with learning.
Yeah.
That for me I'm always like waiting for a fight for the kids to cry, so I'm always like on standby somehow. Nothing at all.
Amazing.
No negativity, no irritation. Like, Peter will just pick up the kids, go, they need to do their thing, came up, came back. It was so chilled. Like, you see the difference with like, a healthy relationship versus a non-healthy relationship. Holy fuck.
It's quite cool.
kit.
Okay.
This is quite nice.
That's very nice.
Like super soft.
Where did that come from?
It's from a little shop. It's from Jellycat.
Okay. Very nice.
Yeah, soft.
That's very soft.
That's for a 1-year-old now.
Yeah.
I paid like £21 for it.
Nice. I really like it. Didn't want to get a Paddington Bear.
How much did you pay for that Paddington Bear?
It was a lot. It was like 20 or something. 20 more. Like 25, I think, there.
No, this was 21.
Yeah.
Quite expensive stuff.
Our final lap, so you can soon have it. Oh, they haven't had dinner yet, sorry. They haven't had dinner yet. Yeah. Oh, you shot him ace again. So pretty much my worst race on this one. Apologies.